Yeah, happy to send you the recording. All right. So thank you again, Mo, for taking the time. We spent a lot of time hoping on the call, but finally very happy to be able to sit down with you in today's call as well. So yeah, just to pick up where we left last time. So Mo, please feel free to kickstart the interview with a short introduction about yourself and Aztech company in the preventive cardiology space. Yeah, well, our readers are very curious to learn more about you as well as Aztech Labs.
Okay. Sorry, I could not hear you. Can you say that again?
Oh, yeah, sure. So yeah, I was just asking, can you please walk us through, like your professional background and how it led you to your current role at Aztech Labs?
Yeah, super. I come from the corporate side of life. I spent 20 years in companies like Pfizer Pharmaceuticals, GlaxoSmithKline Consumer Health, and Johnson & Johnson Medical Devices and Digital Health. The last 7 years of my career, I was at Johnson & Johnson, and I was part of the global team. I had an incredibly exciting time. Particularly, I was challenged to redesign the business model to take care of people with diabetes. And in fact, I found out that what I was doing inside J&J and my other jobs was entrepreneurship within a corporate environment. Of course, it had to go at the speed and the limitations of the corporate environment, but of course at the scale of it as well. And after going through different adventures within pharma, consumer health, and medical devices, I really came out to one conclusion. It's incredible to have an impact on the life of one person. If you can make life 10x better for one person, that would be phenomenal. Imagine if you can do this for 1 million or 1 billion. And this is the whole birth of the company. Our moonshot is to make life 10x better for 1 billion people. And we believe that access to care is a critical thing. You should not be limited by where you were born, how much you earn, or what is your degree to really get access to the right level of good quality healthcare. Unfortunately, the system that we are at right now is not designed around that. So we really started thinking, what would be the technology? How can we really leverage technology to come up with a fundamentally radical change to how we deliver care? When I was at Johnson & Johnson, my job was to take care of people with diabetes, and we had millions of people. It's a $2 billion business globally. And we were always surrounding the services we deliver around the device, which many companies do that. They sell you a device. So if you purchase the device, you become their customer and they start servicing you. However, there is always limitation with that. For us, we believe there is an incredible device in the pocket of every one of us. It's the mobile phone. This device has more compute power than the computer that sent us to the moon, believe it or not. And how can we use that? That is highly accessible. There is more than 6 billion people with smartphone devices today. We check on the devices more than we check on our kids every day. We check on the device 61 times a day on average. So how can you use that device to turn it into a personal health companion that can take care of you before it's too late? And this is the birth of the company.
Yes. Wow, that's amazing. So you already mentioned about the gap between the current healthcare system as well as the demands or needs from the clients. So we're very curious to learn more about how Aztech Labs and its mission in reimagining the healthcare industry and bringing the impact to more than 1 billion people worldwide. So can you please share more with us about the company and elaborate a bit on the innovative care model?
Brilliant. So we have been studying a lot on the tensions among consumers when it comes to access to care. In fact, we were shocked that access to care became the #1 challenge people are talking about in countries like US, like Canada, like everywhere. And these are systems. These are companies, these are countries that have really advanced health systems. When it comes to access to care, people were talking about 3 challenges. #1, an immediacy barrier. So when you need to get care, there is always a very long queue, either a queue to see a doctor, a queue to really get any lab or diagnostic work, and a queue to even get the medication, right? And there is always a gap between when you feel sick and when you get the care. In fact, the current system has been built around what I call ouch care, meaning for many decades, our parents and grandparents have been living in a system where, do you feel sick? Go to the doctor. Do you feel super sick? Go to the emergency room. Yeah. However, this reactive type of care has been growing and growing and overgrown and outgrown by the demand, right? To the fact that today, people will spend up to 8 hours waiting in an emergency room without getting care. And they're not waiting 8 hours because the doctors are on the beach enjoying their time. No, the doctors are absolutely stretched. And so what we really think of, imagine if you have an AI health companion that is living and breathing with you in your phone. Every time you interact with your phone, it automatically reads your biosignals, and then it translates them into what do they mean from a clinical insights, and then it can guide you what you should do now versus you should wait until there is a major problem and then you go to the doctor at that time when it is too late and the outcomes are less and the cost is really high. So it doesn't really work for everyone.
Right. So you mentioned about the shift from reactive to proactive and preventive. So especially in the emergence of generation now that you already mentioned in one of your podcasts or, like very inspiring YouTube videos. So the core of the workforce. So I'm very curious in learning more how the product function, I Selfie product, as an AI companion for personalized healthcare catered to this demographic preference for proactive health management.
Brilliant. So we truly believe in the emergence of a new generation. We call it Generation Now or Gen N. Gen N, Generation Now, are people who are already transacting their life on their phones. Their banking transactions are on their phones. Their food deliveries are on their phones, right? Only healthcare that is happening through the fax machine, which is absolutely outdated and cannot really be sustained forever. So for those people, they are in fact taking a more active and sometimes proactive control of their health. So what we designed a platform called the VI Selfie. The VI Selfie, what it does, it scans the outer surface of your eyes, of course, after getting your consent and approval. And it turns a selfie experience into a medical insight. What does it mean? So we can tell if someone has COVID or not by just scanning their eyes. We can help you be on top of your cardiovascular health by scanning your selfie, scanning you through your selfie experience. And this then you can get back the results in the case of COVID in less than 5 seconds. So all you need to do after a long trip, going back home, and you would like to ensure that you meet your loved ones without bringing any risk to them, is take 4 selfie images, upload them to your iSelfie account, and within 5 seconds, you get back a result. And this can help you keep yourself and your loved ones safe and lively. And not only that, not only we can give you the results, but we're also working to ensure that you can get in the moment guidance Okay, so right now I am COVID positive. What should I do? So we really help you apply the CDC guidelines, what you should do in terms of what I should do next. Should I, how should I consult a doctor? What is the right steps that my family should really take, so that we are with you until you achieve your destination, which is remain lively and healthy.
Wow, amazing. So it's not just about, like disease, diagnosis, but also generating actionable insights for the customers, the patients themselves to accompany them within their journey, right?
100%, 100%. Because honestly, we believe that our job is to help you unlock the moment of now. You would like to enjoy every moment of yours. And for you to really unlock that moment, you need to be at your best when it comes to your health and performance. And that's why we are really not only giving you a result and then wishing you good luck, you manage your way with that. No, we actually believe that our job starts after telling you what is going on and then helping you to navigate the way until you achieve your destination, which is healthy, lively moments.
Amazing. Wow. So coming back to the mission of impacting 1 billion people or 1 billion lives. So can you please outline some of the key milestones or strategies that Aztech Labs has in place to achieve this significant milestone? So particularly in terms of, scaling up adoption or reaching a more diverse population.
100%. Honestly, we believe that for us to achieve our moonshot of impacting a billion lives, we needed to start somewhere. We cannot really go unless we have some clear, well-defined roadmap to how we achieve that. So we started prioritizing where should, which pain point we should really focus on. And we really have zoomed in into addressing the issue of the world's #1 secret killer of lives. That's hypertension. Today, as we speak, there is 1.5 billion people already diagnosed with hypertension. But here are the staggering numbers. In the US alone, there is more than 120 million people already diagnosed with hypertension. Out of them, 93 are out of control. Out of them, 28 million people are in the age of 20 to 40. They are diagnosed with hypertension and they are out of control. And those people have been prescribed lifestyle modifications or lifestyle modifications and medication. And unfortunately, they are really struggling to enjoy their life, but in the same time, keep their blood pressure in control. Unfortunately, blood pressure is the #1 cause behind cardiovascular mortality every year. It's the #1 modifiable cause that you can really change. In fact, you can have a quick impact on cardiovascular mortality if you manage your hypertension, not only cardiovascular mortality, death rate, but dementia, which is loss of memory, renal failure, and other conditions. So we are, in fact, single-mindedly focused on the #1 killer of lives, which is hypertension, and the #1 killer of livelihoods, which is long COVID. And I can talk about that if that's of interest.
Yeah, definitely. Please share with us more about the second symptoms that you mentioned.
Superb. So there is some state-of-the-art research that was released recently, in fact, in March in the US. I think the striking headline of that research is that we should be so worried about those who survive from COVID than those who die from COVID. Let me repeat that. We should be so worried about those who survive from COVID rather than those who die from COVID. So unlike the start of the pandemic, where getting a COVID infection could be a lethal experience, now more and more people are getting COVID and they feel flu-like symptoms. loss of taste, there is no loss of smell. It is mostly upper respiratory tract infection. It comes and it goes. But the research that was released in the US last month reveals that there is around 30 million people diagnosed with a mental or physical disability because of a post-COVID syndrome, where there is an end organ damage that happens at the level of the heart, the brain, the lungs, or other parts of the body. And in fact, every reinfection of COVID would double your chances of getting long COVID. So imagine if someone gets COVID, they treat it like they don't care about it because it's as simple as flu. But 6 months later, they go into symptoms of chronic fatigue. They cannot really exercise. They cannot do their daily job. They cannot even serve themselves. They have brain fog. All of these are symptoms of long COVID. And now many professors in the US are raising the flag that we should really address the issue of long COVID, including preventing reinfection. And that's why a technology like the VI Selfie, where can enable you to be in a COVID-safe environment by just taking 4 selfie images and getting back results in 5 seconds, could be very helpful in addressing that public health crisis in the making.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. That's very eye-opening to hear about, you know, the symptoms or the COVID, that we should be worried about those who survive after the COVID pandemic. Yeah, that's definitely amazing. Right. So, Mohamed, as a leader in the digital health industry, what trends or developments do you foresee impacting the health sector in the next 5 years? What is your vision for the future of Aztech Labs?
So 3 years ago, when we first developed the first AI system that can detect COVID from just a selfie, and when I used to speak to people and tell them about this, I would get one question: what are you smoking? Today, I still get the same question, but my answer is I'm smoking science, future grade science. I truly believe we are at an incredible moment in the history of mankind, because with the massive acceleration of AI development and the use of AI in cracking significant issues in the healthcare delivery, we could really have a historic moment to redefine how can we take care of people before they get sick. In fact, the whole system that we've been living in, although we call it a healthcare system, it's in fact a sick care system. It takes care of you when you are sick, and it prioritizes you when you are super sick. But this system is financially and ethically and from an equity perspective is unsustainable, because you really cannot wait for people to get so sick to take care of them. And I think right now, with the acceleration of AI, particularly the use of computer vision systems, and the development of personalized health using AI companions that could live in the pockets of everyone, I think we are at an inflection point to see personalized health delivered at scale, and also at economies of cost as well.
Understand. So the trends of AI, the trends of healthcare will be shaped and reimagined by the emergence of new technology, as you mentioned, like AI, computer vision. So how does Aztech Labs is currently right now at the emergence of technology? In other words, how can Aztech Labs implementing these emerging technologies into solving or reimagining the healthcare industry?
Brilliant. So we are super lucky. This is all what I can say, because we started already 4 years ago. And when we started at that time, as I said, people were asking me, what are you smoking? Now they are saying, wow, yes, you really have done that. So there are 3 things we that can really differentiate us, being well positioned to capture that. Number 1, we have a pretty ambitious, sometimes crazy moonshot. We believe that Our success is by making life 10x better for 1 billion people. This is what is driving us. Number two, we would like to do this by cracking some of the biggest pain points that more than 1 billion people are suffering from, like hypertension and like long COVID. Number three, spend significant amount of our dollars on developing what we call frontier technology. So it's a technology that does not only develop a new product, it in fact redefines the whole category and opens new horizons. 3 years ago, when we were saying that we can detect COVID by just a selfie, people would be laughing and tell me, we take a swab from the nose and we still miss the virus, and you take an image and you detect it. And today we are happy to report that our latest clinical studies show that we can deliver the same level of negative predictive value, which is one measure of accuracy, equivalent to an antigen test. Imagine if you can do a selfie anywhere you are, anytime you need it. You don't need any equipment or a trained personnel. All you need is just your phone and internet connection, and within seconds you can get a result back on your COVID, for example. Or you can daily measure your cardiovascular age and cardiovascular fitness by just looking at your phone. We have developed a sophisticated AI system that is proprietary to us, that is capable of measuring your cardiovascular signals. And I'm happy to share one breakthrough that we just cracked 3 weeks ago, where today we can say that we managed to crack doing electrocardiogram, EKG, from a selfie experience. So we, as I said, we started 4 years ago. We have compiled an impressive pool of computer vision, AI, bioinformatics talent, and we have been consistently spending the majority of every dollar we spend on research and development, and this is why we have a very robust pipeline of products to come to the market.
Understand. Seems like there is some exciting news waiting on for Aztech Labs. I'm very hopeful and watch out for the news to come from Aztech Labs to announce the latest development. Yeah. Just the last question. Mohamed, as a leader in the healthcare industry, what advice do you give for healthcare professionals or entrepreneurs looking to make a difference in the digital healthcare sectors?
One word: believe. Honestly, we are privileged to be working in the healthcare industry because it's a privilege to serve people that are trusting you to make their life better. This should be the true north for every company, for every entrepreneur in that space. But in the same time, the healthcare system anywhere in the world has been growing at a speed that does not really match the speed of the growth in who we are as humans. We as humans are not the same as we were 10 years ago, and definitely we're not the same as our parents or grandparents. So the offerings and the expectations of the healthcare products are fundamentally different today. We cannot really just count on what was a traditional status quo and do incremental improvements on it. We really need to come with a redefinition of how that offering should be, and we should also be doing it in partnership with the key players in the market. We cannot just isolate ourselves and innovate a new model of healthcare that is
Sorry, Mo, I think I lost your voice a bit. Yeah, sorry, can you hear me? Oh, okay, sorry. Somehow I cannot hear you. No, I can't. Can you try unmute and mute again, please? No, I can't. I'm so sorry. No, I can't. Sorry. Yeah, still, I cannot hear.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yes, I can. Yeah.
Okay, sorry for that. I was saying that, did you hear me when I was saying believe as the
Yes,
advice?
I did.
Okay.
Yes,
So
I was you were out when you mentioned about the care model. Yeah, something about that
yes,
part.
yes, and the last thing is that you cannot bring change alone. You really have to work with the current stakeholders in the healthcare system, including payers, operators, physicians, nurses, patients, patient advocacy groups, everyone, because you cannot just design something in your own metaverse and then expect this to fit everyone in the network.
Amazing. Yes. So collaborations, innovation, and then belief, right?
Absolutely.
Amazing. Yeah. So I think that also captures the whole interview. Thank you so much, Mo, for taking the time to join the interview with us today. I mean, it's a pleasure to have a chat with you and understand more about your vision as well as your plans, upcoming developments at Aztech Labs. It's truly amazing to hear from you. So thank you so much for that. Please rest assured that our schedule for the edition is still ongoing as scheduled. We'll email you if there is any changes to that. But yeah, it's been great, and we'll try to keep you in the loop regarding the communication. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Draft of the write-up before it goes to publication?
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Thank you.
We'll
Thank
not
you.
publish anything without your final confirmation.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Thank you as
there is
well.
one more thing.
Yep.
One of my co-founders, Sarah, unfortunately she could not do the interview face-to-face, but
Yes.
she prepared her answers on email. Is it okay if I send you that by email?
Yes. Definitely, yes. We also accept the written draft as well. We'll try to draft a storyline based on the draft that Sarah provided. But for you, Mo, and then Ben, we already have the face-to-face interview with you guys. So we'll try to draft that, and we'll send and compile the 3 parts into one draft, and we'll share it with you for your final reviews and confirmation.
So you already have the one from Sarah?
No, I haven't. I haven't received the draft from Sarah personally.
I'll send it to you then. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I will definitely circulate the meeting recording of today's interview with you as well after this call. Yep. Have a good day,
Thank you so
Ben.
much.
Mo,
You too.
thank you so much. Yep, bye-bye.
You too. Have a great one. Ciao for now. Bye.
Bye-bye.